Today we are going to unbox an Amazon wig from Sapphire Wigs. This wig is $46.99. I have reviewed much cheaper wigs from Sapphire Wigs in the past. I recently saw someone share this wig. It looked incredible, so we're gonna unbox it together. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook, and I love bringing you guys great deals. I review everything when it comes to wigs, from cheap Amazon wigs all the way up to high-end luxury human hair wigs and everything in between. I think we all deserve to see something that will work for us, and this wig journey is actually a journey, and where you are today may not be where you are tomorrow. So all the education that you can get on these wigs and learn about as many different types of wigs as you can really be helpful. I am grateful to Sapphire Wigs for sending me this wig. I have partnered with them many times. I've shown lots of wigs. My favorite wigs from them are headband wigs. They're about 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, kind of depends on if they're on sale or not. And they are incredible. The fibers that Sapphire Wigs uses on those headband wigs rivals high-end Raquel Welch and Belle Tress fibers. If you're familiar with the major name brands, that's pretty incredible for such a cheap wig. And I am hopeful that this piece will be the same. So let's just kind of take her out of the packaging. I don't often unbox wigs in my YouTube videos because I only have so much time, and I don't want to spend all my time unboxing and getting to know a wig, because it can take a little bit of time combing it through, playing with it to really get to know a wig, and I like to share as many details as I can with you. But I also think that unboxings can be helpful. This wig, the fibers do feel absolutely incredible. When I saw this, somebody on Instagram, I don't know who she is, I don't think I've ever seen her videos before, share this wig, I was really blown away, and that's why I knew I needed to bring this to you guys. So let's take a look inside the cap. We have got a 13-inch lace front. I want to say it's probably 13 by 6. I didn't look, it might be 13 by 4, but a lot of parting space here. With a 13-inch lace front like this, you are potentially going to have a challenge with that lace depending on how you like to wear the wigs. I'll talk about it when it's on, but I will have a video linked in the description box that will also show you how I like to cut these lace fronts back. We have an extended nape, a comb in the back. We do have hook adjusters. One of them is not in, so let me throw this adjuster in. Looks like the rest of this is closed wefted. So I'm gonna throw her on, wish me luck. It's always tricky doing an unboxing, 'cause you just never know what you're gonna get. Get this where it should be. So when you get human hair wigs and super budget synthetic wigs, generally have lace that needs to be cut. So that's what you're seeing right here. On the major name brands, if you're familiar with the major name brands, you never have to deal with cutting the lace. So this might be a little scary for you. I have a number of videos showing how to cut lace on wigs. I'll make sure that they're linked below. There'll be a lot of resources below. Let me just comb through this. Oh, the fibers are incredible. A tiny little bit of tangling from throwing her over my head, but nothing extreme at all. I'm way up on my tiptoes. This is mermaid hair, you guys. It's below my bust, and I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'9", so I would say this is absolutely a very long piece. That said, if you're on a budget, or you're looking, I'm going to fold that up a little bit, you're looking for a more affordable wig, if you can't find lengths and styles that you're looking for, you can always have a wig cut. I have a video showing how to use a thinning razor to trim up the Sapphire Wigs headband wigs. It's a long wig and a lot of hair. I'll make sure that that video is linked below. I show you how to thin it, and I show you how to trim it. And sometimes you need to do some work to your wigs to make them your own. So don't give up if you're struggling to find what you're looking for, especially when it comes to budget-friendly wigs. Just know there are lots of videos on YouTube to teach you the skills that you need to make a wig like this work for you if it doesn't right out of the box, or bag in this case. I adjusted my camera angle so you could really see the length of this piece. I tend to like to be a lot closer to the camera because I think you can get a better look at a wig, but when it's this long, you do need to get a little further away. So this wig currently comes in 4 colors. I believe there were 5 or 6 colors when I originally looked at it, so it's possible that there are some that are out of stock because one of the colors I wanted to try was low stock, and so this is the one I ended up getting. It's called highlighted or highlight medium brown, but it's definitely not a real brown color. I would say this is more of a, not a medium brown, I would say this is more of a light brown, dark blonde color, and it is rooted, as you can see. So one of the things that I think makes this really unique is all of the parting space on the top. So on a more budget-friendly wig, this has a lot of lace front, a lot of room to free part on the top, all the way back to here. So I think this is going to be really a flexible wig. Right now it's more parted in the center, but if you wanted to kind of part it to the side versus the center, you can absolutely do that. And because this is made with heat-friendly fibers, you can use hot tools. Actually, my favorite tool to use with a heat-friendly wig to adjust a part line is a hot comb. I have a video showing how I do that. I'll make sure it's linked below. Alright, in order for that lace not to be as much of a distraction, I did cut the lace off so that I could show you up close. So it's not laying flat. One of the reasons for that is this is really big on me. So a lot of times these super budget friendly or moderately budget friendly wigs are run big. I would say one of the reasons for that is because they're often seen as more fashion wigs. And when a woman is wearing a wig for fashion versus for hair loss, a lot of the wig makers make those caps a little bigger because usually those women have hair they need to tuck underneath the wig. So a smaller, more petite cap is much more difficult for someone to wear when you have a lot of hair to tuck underneath it. And I do find that to be the case with these more budget wigs. So I have it cinched nearly all the way in. I have a lot of extra cap up here. And so because of all of that, and because this is a 13-inch lace front with no strap in the back, which is often put on these types of lace front wigs in order to create some tension back here, because if you can create some tension, then that lace will lay flat. So it's not really laying flat on me right now. If I were to wear this wig, I have a couple of options. I could glue the lace down, and that will keep it flat. I could add a strap in the back. There's videos on YouTube showing how to sew a strap in the back so that I could get a little bit of that tension. I could sew some wefts together. There's lots of videos on YouTube showing how to sew wefts together to kind of, you know, take in that cap so that it will fit me better. For me personally, I'd probably just start with trying to glue the lace down and see how that works in order to get it to lay flat. Something else I will point out is you can kind of see the knots on this one. Let me just make sure I've got it right. See how you can see those knots? That's pretty common with more budget-friendly wigs. I have a video showing how to take face powder to dab over visible knots. There's lots of videos showing how to use different types of makeup and lace spray, so there are options to help you if you have a wig that has visible knots. And I will just add in there, if you're looking at a more budget-friendly option, there are often trade-offs. One of those trade-offs could be a cap that's too big or visible knots. So learning how to work with wigs like this will really give you some flexibility on the wigs that you can consider. Now, I consider this wig to be more of a high density piece. It absolutely has a fair amount of hair. So it's a kind of a heavy wig, if you will. It's really kind of heavy on my head. I would need to wear a wig grip with this one unless I were to really take the cap in so that it would fit me better. So between the length and the weight, I just want to give you the information that you need to make a good decision. If you are not comfortable with super dense, super long wigs, then I really recommend watching that video where I show how to trim and thin one of their headband wigs. It works like a charm. It's not that difficult to do, and it could take this wig from something you might not be able to wear to something you love wearing. In addition, if you don't want to deal with hiding these knots, you could cut some bangs into the front of it. Now mine has a little bit of a cowlick right here. Again, a hot comb is perfect for that. I actually have a video showing how to trim bangs into a wig with a thinning razor. And the wig I do it on has like kind of just a little bit of curtain bangs, but they're not traditional bangs. So it is the perfect example if you wanted to cut bangs into a wig like this. I'll make sure that video is also linked below. So many videos that can be applicable to any wig, not just this wig, that might help you. And I just want to say these fibers are really incredible. I have reviewed super long budget-friendly wigs before, and the tangling some of those have is outrageous, like almost to the point where I don't know how anybody would be able to wear that wig. While this wig is tangling a little bit, it is not tangling much at all. I am just blown away by how silky and soft and hair-like these fibers feel. I don't know what Sapphire Wigs is doing, but they are one of the best Amazon sellers that I have found in terms of quality of their wigs and their fibers. So maybe they're a manufacturer for one of the major name brands. You never know, but they're really great, and I do recommend them quite a bit. One other tip I'll give you, I like to recommend that if you are new to wig wearing and you're terrified to do some of the modifying that we've talked about in this video, start with a budget-friendly wig. You can find, Sapphire Wigs has $20, $25 wigs out there if the price of this one, which is under $50, is too much for you. But unless you know a stylist who is willing to work on every one of your wigs that you get, and you can afford to pay someone to do that, learning some of these tricks, these techniques, really is going to help you on your journey so very much. So when I talk about cutting bangs into wigs or thinning them or shortening them, please do not think that you would never be able to do that, because I thought that, and I found ways for a non-skilled, non-steady-handed wig wearer to be able to do them. Me, if you didn't figure that out, and if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. This could be a great wig to practice all of those things on. And I forgot to mention about this lace front. One of the benefits of a 13-inch lace front, so this has no ear tabs, the lace goes ear to ear. One of the benefits, if you are willing to use adhesive, if you have no hairline at all, no bio hair, you can glue down the lace all the way to the ear, and it's going to give you the appearance of a hairline all the way down. And then when you do that, you can actually pull the wig back, all the way back, into a ponytail or a half up, half down, and it's going to look like you have a hairline. So that is one of the benefits of a lace front like this. Personally, well, let me back up. I have recently buzzed all of my hair off because I needed to make some content, and I'd been getting some questions about what if you don't have bio hair to blend. Normally, I buzz my hair and I leave just this little tiny bit of hair right here so that I can pull it out and I can blend it with my wigs. When I have my hair like that, on a lace front like this, I actually cut some of that lace right on the side off so that I don't have to deal with it over here, because it does lift if you want to tuck the hair and you don't want to glue it down. I will link a video below where I show how I cut a lace frontal back so that when I want to tuck, I'm not lifting that lace. I'm actually removing the lace right here. So there's so many ways to work with these wigs and make them work for you. I've just suggested a whole bunch of them because I want you to be successful. And I don't want you to shy away from something that you'd love to try just because you don't know if it'll work for you. I believe with time, you can make it work for you. You can make it work for you. All right, let me just give you a brief overview of this color, and then I will wrap it up. So like I said, this is the highlight medium brown, but to me it is very much a light brown, dark blonde. We have got lighter blonde money pieces, which I personally absolutely love, my favorite, on both sides. And then we've got, it's just really rich color. It's kind of a, I would say it's a neutral leaning warm. It's not there's no yellow in it. There's not really even any golden, no red, but it is just a little bit warm, more neutral than anything. It looks like a salon color, like very much. I think they represented it very well in the picture on the Amazon product page. And then we've got a darker root. Like I said, right now I'm seeing 4 colors on the page. I think they originally had more colors than that, so you can keep watching to see if they bring some of those colors back if they come in stock. But I would say this is great for my light brown wig sisters who like a darker root. You don't mind blonde money pieces. But it's not, to me, it's not a medium brown at all. Even though that's what the name says, I would say that's probably more true of the root. I hope this helps. Hope it gives you some ideas. I'd like to thank Sapphire Wigs once again. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to look in the description for all the videos. See you guys soon.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.